But the world's richest man, Elon Musk, well, he's making a lot of sense. He posted on his social media platform X a suggestion that elected officials should take a cognitive test. He wrote, maybe we should have some basic cognitive test for elected officials. This is getting crazy. And he was responding to a report that Republican Kay Granger had been absent from Congress for 6 months as she was in a senior living centre in Fort Worth, Texas, and had been having some issues with dementia, according to her son, which is heartbreaking to hear. But in my opinion, it seems obvious that we do need some cognitive tests. That is what needs to be implemented when we've had someone like Joe Biden supposedly running the country with clear signs of cognitive decline. But Elon Musk isn't the only one who's been calling for this. Former US Ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley, also called for mental competency tests for politicians who are 75 years and older, and she called for this during her presidential campaign while she was trying to campaign there. But, you know, when you've got someone like Joe Biden and it's been such an embarrassment for 4 years, and you've got someone that's been in a senior living centre for 6 months, it probably actually needs to get implemented.
I completely support the idea of competency tests for anyone over 50, to be honest.
Yeah.
But not only do I support competency tests, I support universal IQ tests for politicians as well. And I think that would be the more interesting idea. I remember during the New South Wales state election, there was Prue Cart, who is now the education minister, and the incumbent Liberal were on 2GB and they were asked to do a Year 9 NAPLAN question in maths. Yeah. And I think Prue Cart got it wrong. And I was like, oh no, that is so bad. So, you know, maybe we do need to bring some sort of objective intelligence measure into our political system. I'm not sure how that would work, but it's a nice idea.
I completely and utterly disagree. I actually think this is an extreme. I really do.
Don't believe
I actually think this is, and not just because I love Prue Cart. Hi, Prue, if you're watching. No, because firstly, most of us would struggle to do it. I mean, my son comes home. He's in grade 5 at the moment. I come home and I look at his homework. The way they're teaching maths and different things now. Firstly, it's changed so much since we were at school.
No, I agree with that.
No one would be able to do that. But secondly, the point of an elected official is to represent the community. And quite frankly...
You're not saying this with a straight face.
Quite frankly, most people aren't that smart.
No.
And if you actually... No, but sometimes...
This is fake
No,
but
imagine... No, but again, you're falling into the trap that, in fact, a lot of small L liberal left-wing elites fall into, which is, I'm smarter than you. I've actually got a degree. I've got a PhD in history. I'm an epidemiologist, so you have to stay inside.
No. But when you see someone like Joe Biden...
Yeah, that's right. But Joe Biden should never have been there. But the cognitive test is not the problem. That's right. But the cognitive test is not the problem. The fact that Joe Biden is there, a cognitive test is like a get-out-of-jail-free card. The Democrats say, we put up Joe Biden. But he failed a cognitive test. Oh, well, next. No, the whole thing has to be burnt to the ground so that these morons who put in there and then let him try to run again in 2024 all get sacked. You don't get, if you need a cognitive test to tell you that Joe Biden probably isn't functioning at 100%, then quite frankly, you need to go too. And again, it's like the bonk ban on all the ministers in Parliament. It's like, if you are telling someone that we are going to give you a multi-billion-dollar portfolio to run with all these complexities, but we don't trust you to decide where you put your junk. That is a problem for the calibre of the people we're electing. If you just say, oh no, there has to be a cognitive test, I guarantee you would get to a point where it would be this sort of Plato's idea of... but it would be Plato's idea of philosopher king saying, I have a higher IQ than you, therefore you should do what we say, you stupid little prole, and you might not think it, but it's for your own good. And we saw this throughout COVID, where listen to the experts.
Yeah,
and then it turns out at the end, they were selected experts, but it turned out at the end, guess what? The experts were wrong. Or they were right just in their particular field, but they weren't experts at all the damage that it was causing in every other field apart from theirs. And so I say no experts, no cognitive tests, just send up some dumb streetwise
mug. That's what we're getting at the moment.
Send up,
whoever.
Send up Ray Ma, send up Alf from Home and Away. He'd knock a few heads together, get people into line.
You have to be a fit and proper person to run for parliament. You can't run for parliament if you're a bankrupt. You can't run for parliament if you're a dual national. There are a whole range of criteria that you have to fulfill, some of which are in the Constitution. And so I don't think it's a stretch. I see the risks, but I think it's a little exaggerated. And I think, well, maybe what you could do is this could be an internal party process. And I mean, I think the pre-selection process generally weeds out people who are extremely senile and at this level of cognitive decline. But I think in principle, it's a very good idea.
I'm just worried I'd fail it.